Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved of little beings, and good-looking people. You're good-looking because you're always looking for and finding the good. You found good in abundance because you conscientiously tuned into Eye on Las Vegas with your humble host, Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy. Notice I didn't say the ambassador of joy, the ambassador of joy. And you tuned in for one reason only. It's the best reason in the whole world because you care the most in the entire world about you. Y-O-U. And that's great because when you become the best you make the world a better place. You build more bridges of harmony, create more joy, happiness, peace, and love. And here we are in Las Vegas. And I got to tell you something amazing. Everybody knows this. I've traveled around the world a number of times. And wherever I go, wherever I speak, and certainly on the internet today, and I mention two words, and right away people's eyes open up, they lean in, Las Vegas, because this is the place of energy. This is the place where things happen. This is a place of inspiration, of action. Let me just say a quick interesting statistic. Take the population of New York City and everything around it. Take the population of Chicago and everything around it. The population of Los Angeles and everybody around it. Add them all together, doesn't come up to the number of people that come to, through, and for Las Vegas in a single year. 41 million people come here from around the world. Why? Because it's a place of inspiration, energy, and action. And you're about to meet one of the most energetic, inspiring, action people in the world that you'll ever have the chance. And she is wonderful, Michelle Cameron Coulter. Michelle, please say hello to 508,972 people around the world.
Hello. Oh my goodness. It's so exciting to be here. You have the energy that can light up the whole world. Are they plugged? Is Vegas plugged into you? And that's how all the lights get going like that?
Right. This is the original solar energy, baby. So if I start telling everybody all the things about Michelle and what she's done, what she does, et cetera, it would take the rest of the show. So I'm going to give you just 3 data points. Number 1, perk up, everybody. You are about to watch, I hope you're watching, an Olympic gold medalist. That's right. Now, anybody who participates in the Olympics is something special. If you win a medal, you'll be more than you win gold. Hello, you got to listen to what she has to say. That's number 1. Number 2, she is a passionate advocate for mental wellness. And it's really important in today's world. That's the key, not mental health. Mental wellness, and she chose her words perfectly. And the most important thing I love about her is that she is the daughter of 4 children. She's the mother of 4 children. And that's an accomplishment in today's world, and it's very important. So let's just dive right in, and Michelle, and let's just talk about, let's just begin with what your wonderful TEDx talk about. Everything you want to know about Michelle is in the show notes. Don't take notes. Just lean in and experience her, because that's the whole purpose of this. It's recorded. You can listen again. I urge you to listen to it a second time. Stop it. Take notes. Do what you want then. Right now, just lean in and experience this amazing, wonderful being. So let's talk about from your great TEDx talk, which I urge everybody to watch and really watch a few times. Talk about letting go of fear and the idea of perfection. And you know a lot about trying to get perfection because you won your gold medal in synchronized swimming. Oh, hello, talk about perfection. So how do you let go of that fear?
Oh my gosh. What a great question. And I, first of all, I just have to say, I love your energy, and it's such a gift to be here. And I always say, people say my name, Michelle Cameron Coulter, MC squared for short, which is like, I think there's a reason we attached it more than one way. But yeah, it was so big to do this TEDx, like talk about letting go of fear, even just to do it and get back out and share what was in my heart so much is that, first I'll just share, and it's in the TEDx, but I actually failed my first level of swimming 4 times. I was so afraid of the water. And I'd look back and going, oh my God, if my mom hadn't encouraged us, we were from a big family. It was you have to learn how to swim. It's a life skill. What if I didn't let go of that fear? I would have never found the sport that I did, of which I found it really late, that people say, I was 13 by the time I found that sport. And everybody said,
Everybody was in the Olympics at 13 already.
well, yeah, right. And they're like, oh, you're too old to start. You're so I just want to encourage anybody, like you're never too old to do anything. And there's always going to be a fear when something's new. That's normal. I talk about sink, swim, and float. When something's new, we get this sinking feeling. You're usually not breathing. You'll literally sink. And when you let go, you actually float and let go of it, right? And then you don't know what it's going to lead to, which is the cool magic of it. But like I was saying, I had no idea. I was a shy, quiet, sick kid. I had missed a ton of school. They didn't know what was wrong with me. Finding sport just started to strengthen me. And it was just like, I didn't know what it was going to lead up to, but like building that muscle, starting to, improve every day. I was not a good swimmer either when I started in the club. I was like, the girls have been swimming 5-6 years already, but I had all these incredible role models. Like there's role models around us everywhere in anything that we do. How are they doing it? And we had the world champion at the time was in our club, Helen Vanderberg. And I would watch her and I go, how does she do that? I want to be able to do that. So, if we had to do 5 times something, I'd do 6 times something.
Let's unpack something because again, we have people all over the world and they're leaning in and saying, so here you were not in the water not a polywog at the age of 16 weeks and swimming and becoming Olympic material at the age of 8. And yet something happened, you got involved in the sport and you had this role model. This is really, this is crucial what you're saying. And it was a world-class person.
Yeah.
And here you are talking about swim. Now, I love to take words and make acronyms. So the acronym for the word swim for us in my world is the following: smiling within initiates miracles.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
Actually, I'm going to use your word. Smiling within inspires miracles.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's what to swim means to me. And for you to be able to do it's just so wonderful. So this ability to now look around and say, something, I can swim, okay, and I can get better. By the way, everybody talks about AI these days. You can't be in a conversation about breastfeeding and not talk about AI. It's crazy. It's everywhere, right? Well, for us, AI stands for always improving.
I love that you said that.
This is what you just talked about.
Yeah.
Looking around at role models and always improving. You just how you move the elbow, where do you do that, and always looking to get better. That is wonderful, Michelle. Thank you so much. And what you just gave to the world is fabulous. So now, how do you get past now you're no longer in the fear? What about perfectionism, though? Doesn't that creep in and say, I need to be perfect?
Right. Yeah, 100%, especially in a sport that was about perfection. But I just want to share one more thing about that always improving is that one of the things that happened to me is the second year I ended up making the senior B team, not because I was good enough, it's because they needed another swimmer. So that fear came again of not wanting to let anybody down. And I always swam to just do what you were saying, something a little bit better every day. Like take that, just improve it a little bit better every day. By the end of that year, I was ahead of, and I never swam. Sounds so weird, but I never swam to try and beat somebody else. It was just to do better. And then the results started to come and coaches were saying, oh my gosh, we didn't realize she had that much potential. I'm like, yeah, me neither. So
that was, okay, let's unpack something. That was full Zen, what you just said. Full Zen. Because if you were swimming to beat someone else, you still may have improved and all the other things. You may have even beat other people. However, by being in your own being and improving, then everybody started looking and say, well, I didn't see that. And even you didn't see that. That's full Zen. That is beautiful. So now everybody's saying, well, Michelle, she can rock. So you're now feeling that you can rock. How do you get away from not being perfect? Because in synchronized swimming, you better be perfect.
Yeah. And that's like that double-edged sword, because it is about constantly, improving. Then how do you, because it is about perfection. Something just came to mind that I wanted to share when we were talking about that improving thing. And then we'll dive into the perfection. The improving thing is also celebrating those improvements, like, because we don't see them. And you know how you can reach a goal and you get there and it's like, how did I get here? And you don't even actually and enjoy it the whole way. So it's like stopping to appreciate it. And I wanted to share this because when I told you that first year I ended up being ahead of a bunch of the girls, and I ended up getting this. This is the most cherished little thing I have. It was like most improved trophy for my second year of swimming. And this actually sits beside my medal because it showed me what was possible. And when I celebrated that, like not going overboard, but just kind of going, oh my gosh, when we look and we stop to say, when we talk about perfection, it's really about excellence. If we can shift it to excellence and just pursuing to get that little bit better, and to like seriously enjoy the process, because it's so easy to put all these extra pressures on that are not needed. And that can suck the joy, what you talk about, out of it. When we put those expectations of it having to be perfect, it freezes us. It makes it very hard to move forward, because how often we think we're not good enough. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. And it freezes us, but it sucks the joy out of it. So it's really this beautiful kind of fine line of figuring out, keeping that joy and the fun in what you're doing to keep improving, and the results will start coming. There is this thing, this perfection thing, and we keep alluding to it. That again, coming from a sport that was all about perfection, that was the target, to be as perfect as you can. And so I want to share, because there can be a very destructive side to that. I talk about it a little bit in my TEDx, because I was so hard on myself. You're being judged by others. So how many of us listening judge ourselves? Like, we're probably our worst critic.
A good point to pause for a moment, because let's be blunt. Thinking that you're being judged by other people, in quotations, normal life, people are looking at me and judging me. First of all, nobody's even looking. They don't care about you. Okay, that's another story. Got to be an adult to understand that. However, in the sport that you chose, or the sport that chose you, there were people judging you.
Yeah.
You had judges
Right.
looking at every move you're making. And now what you needed to do in some level is to not care about what they're doing and what they're looking at, and be you, because only then can you break through the ceiling called perfection and really be perfect. You hear what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, so true. It's funny how you see things clearer when you're out of it too. Like, because in the moment, it's always not so easy to see when you're in it, of how that can be, right? So that's huge. So being able to kind of step away, and being in a judge sport too. And again, we judge ourselves, the world judges us. Being in that judge sport, you have no control over what the judges are going to do. If you're attached to the outcome, that can be really, it can pull you down. And I'll share a quick story.
You know something? This is so wonderful. Everybody's listening. They want to know more. We have sponsors that love our show. It's only about a minute. We're going to be right back. We wouldn't have these sponsors on. We're going to think they're worth your time. We'll be right back. And you're going to hear directly from Michelle what she wants to tell about being judged by others. Don't go away.
What if you could shop at your favorite local stores, swipe your current credit card, and get extra cashback rewards? And what if you could also have donations sent to your favorite cause at no extra cost to you? What if this amazing program was absolutely free and very simple to set up? Well, What If is here. Welcome to Einstein Cares, where your everyday shopping gives you and your favorite cause extra money. It's fast, it's easy, and effortless.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, loving, immortal beings, and good-looking people. Maybe good-looking, because always looking for and finding the good. Our cup runneth over with good. Her name is Michelle Cameron Coulter. She is an Olympic gold medalist. She's a mental wellness advocate and expert, and she's a mother of 4 kids. And she's sharing with us what it means to be judged in sport and in life. And so we're on the edge of our seat. We want to hear more. Michelle, please.
Oh my gosh, 2 things that I want to share too about that. I was just going to share a little bit of a behind the story scene right before we're about to compete at the Olympics. And I remember watching our competitors compete. Like, they were identical twins and they swam before us. And there was like this little 2-way window where we could see out, but they couldn't see in. And my partner and I were swimming 5th, or swimming 8th, and they were swimming 5th. And we were in the holding room watching the twins swim. And I had never watched a whole routine before we competed, like right before, and they swam amazing. I'm like, wow, that was good. And then I watched their marks come up, 4 10s out of 7 10s. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of 10s. So imagine, I don't want my partner to think I'm nervous at all, because we feed on each other's energy and strength and, you know, being grounded. And we go into this other big holding area that's another 50-meter pool, and it's totally quiet, and we're getting ready, and I'm jumping a little bit more than normal to get my nerves out. And we go to the double door, and I share a little bit about this in the TEDx, but my partner and I used to like shake out each other's hands and give each other a little buzz, so we'd be on the same wave, the fun things that we would do. And we'd always say, go and have fun. And we're standing at the double doors, getting ready to go. And my coach is standing there. And I turned to her and I said, what do we need to win? And this rash went up her neck. I'm like, and to myself, I'm like, where did that come from? Because I'm thinking about the judge being what marks, blah, blah. And I'm like, forget that. Like, shake out each other's hands again, buzz, get back into that place of like just being present, being in the moment, letting go of all the other things. You worked hard to be here, just be in that moment. So we're constantly being kind of tested of where our mind is going, and being present, not thinking about the other things. What are people thinking, being judged? All those things can eat up a part of us that doesn't need to happen, right? So that's the an extreme case of figuring out, how do I get back to that place where I let go of that? Because that can suck the joy. It can suck the focus out of it. And I wanted to find this in my office when we went to commercial. I have this amazing
While
picture.
you're looking, I want to unpack something for people. I think most people in the world, certainly the United States, know what a Super Bowl is. The Super Bowl football. It's just American football. It's an amazing event. It's one time. It's the game, and you're playing for the whole year. Well, this is the one moment. How long is the routine, by the way? 2 minutes?
Our routine was just around 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay. 4 minutes where you need to be in perfection without thinking about perfection, and wanting to win, and having seen other people do amazing stuff because the judges said so. You only have one chance, one opportunity, and you've been working on it for years. And here's what happened. They came up with enough 10s to win the gold. I mean, I'm tingling thinking about it. By the way, Michelle, with your permission, during the short commercial break we had, I created an acronym for your name. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, I would love that.
Michelle is MICHELLE, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle stands for Mindset Initiates Creative Happiness, Encouraging Lifelong Enthusiasm.
Oh my God, you're brilliant. I got goosebumps. I love that. Oh my God, that's my soul. You just spoke to my soul. That's like inside out. I love it.
This is, well, it's you. It came through. So again, now let's go for everybody watching and listening. And we're talking about, I saw this great quote that you sent me from your oldest daughter when she was 10 years old. And the quote is, the energy we put out is the environment we create. Now, I want to emphasize two things here. 10-year-old.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you were smart enough to listen to it, to hear it, internalize it, write it down, and now utilize it. I'm going to repeat it again. And again, everything is in the show notes. You can listen to this again. Don't try and write things down. The energy we put out is the environment we create. What is your daughter's name?
Alyssa. And she's now a teacher.
Alyssa is E-L or A-L?
A-L-I-S-S-A.
A-L-I-S-S-A. And now she's no longer 10, she's 20.
She's 31.
31, same thing.
I know. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are, right? I love it. I want to share when she was 10, and this is what I was looking for. She did a science experiment in grade 6. And she said, Mom, I know what I want to do it on. I want to do it on the effects of positive and negative thoughts on our energy, on us. And I'm like, wow. I'm going, okay, cool. So now how are you going to do that? And so she did it in 2 parts. And the first part she did kinesthetically, like if you were to put your arm up and say, I'm strong and invincible, your body feels strong and invincible. If you say, I'm weak and insignificant, your body physically feels weak and insignificant. You can't hold your arm up. So we know that of what we say, it actually changes our body's physiology. The second part was so cool. She did it on plants. So she planted bean seeds. Positive, negative control, same sunlight, same water, same soil. The control she left alone. The positive, she said positive things to, played positive music to. And the negative, she took into the bathroom and yelled at 3 times a day. And she would come out going, Mom, I hate doing that part. And this is what I was looking for. This picture is phenomenal. I'm going to send it to you so you can put it somewhere. But it was insane. The plants that she spoke negatively to grew about 0.5 centimeters a day. The control grew about 1 centimeter, and the positive grew about 2 centimeters a day. Like, and you can see this in the picture. So I want to send this to you. I was trying to find it to show you. Okay. And so I go, if that's a plant, imagine what we say to ourselves and to each other, right? So it really does.
There you go.
Yeah. And I want to share, and this is like, okay, I know I'm sharing so much because I know we only have so much time, but this is such an important message, because when you asked me about letting go of perfection and how hard I was on myself, I actually was dealing with an eating disorder. The last 5 years I was swimming, and 10 years after, because I was so hard on myself. A coach had said, you're getting fat. And it wasn't necessary. Yes, that had impact, but it triggered this worthiness somehow deep inside of me that I didn't feel, that I didn't even know I had. And so what were the things I was saying to myself? I was like that plant. I was just like pounding myself down. And it was like literally, it was through the eyes of my kids later that I saw how hard I was on myself. I could say whatever, but how I was treating myself was so important. And so I saw this huge stop sign, just stop. Like, what are we saying to each other? How do we let go of that to really step in and find the joy? And I say it and make it sound simple. It's not necessarily simple, but really it starts with a choice. It starts about talking about it, because we can be so hard and think that we need to do this on our own. And that's not true. There's so much support around us to be able to have a real conversation, not to go in a place of a pity place, but an understanding place. These are the pressures I'm dealing with. How do we take these pressures off to lighten up and enjoy the journey a lot more? But having those conversations.
First of all, the insights are uplifting and beneficial. You just created a wonderful new acronym for the word up. Understanding place. You want to lift people up.
Oh my gosh.
Understanding place.
Oh my gosh, you keep giving me goosebumps. I love this so much.
Yeah, and you spoke about this word choice. So in one of I have another podcast called The Joy of Living, and I emphasize in that podcast, in the introduction, about internalizing, utilizing, leveraging the 6 most important words you could ever learn for your life. And these are choice, not chance, determines your destiny. How you choose to respond in any given situation will determine your pathway and your trajectory. So here you were during the time of swimming, and again in the clutches of perfectionism and having an eating disorder because you thought that was one of the only ways you're going to win. You needed to be perfect.
And stay the way I thought I needed to be. And I couldn't tell anybody because then if you needed a sports psychologist or talk to anybody back then, it was just like, you don't have your shizzle together. Like you would never say anything. It's like, so then you're holding all this pressure in. And then post Olympics expectations, all of a sudden it's a new deep end because you've excelled in one area. People think, oh, you must be good at all these other things. So the expectations we put on ourselves.
Oh, wait a minute. This is so important. Okay, everybody's leaning in. We only have a couple more minutes. I just want to emphasize something here. You won the Olympic gold. Therefore, you must be able to do everything and anything perfectly.
Mm.
And now you come to the realization, or people come to the realization, oh my gosh, you're human?
Yeah.
And by the way, one of the greatest revelations in life is you're human.
Yeah.
Now, live with it in such a way that humanity comes forth and creates a shift for you and other people. Now, I got to tell you something wonderful, Michelle. I've been working with people for more than a half a century. And I can tell you, on paper, these are people that are just so highly accomplished. And yet they tend to drop the F in shift and the other stuff happens.
Mm.
You got to keep your F in place. Shift is good. Okay, now, I'm loath to say these words. We're coming to a close on our time together. So I have 3 questions for you. You ready?
Okay.
Number 1, will you come back again?
Oh my God, I would love to.
Thank
That's 100%.
you. Number 2, you only have 80 seconds to answer this, wonderful Michelle. What is your most fervent desire?
My most fervent desire. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. My most fervent desire is for all of us to really see all the amazing gifts and potential we have and just let that go and like step into it, live fully, like have so much fun with what we're doing and to lift each other up in that process. That's where real joy comes from, is like really truly stepping into playing full on. And I want my love would be for us all to see that. And it's not about competition or comparison, because we get to all like find the best in each other and rise up together and bring the best out in each other always.
And the acronym for joy, by the way, is Journey of You.
Very cool. I love it.
And number 3, may I give you a hug in front of 511,927 people around the world? Let me tell you what HUG stands for.
Okay.
Unlimited giving.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Remember, you're listening to Eye on Las Vegas with Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy. Amazing, wonderful Michelle Cameron Coulter. Everything you want to know about Michelle in the show notes. Remember, share this with 5 people. You want to share it with 50 or 100, it's up to you, but at least 5, we can touch 2.5 million people around the world. Love us. Don't just follow us. Love us on Spotify and Apple, and make sure you have fun. FU, or as I say, capital N, the 4-letter FU word. And we're going to get a blessing from Michelle and Barry. Go forth. Live exuberantly. Spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference.